My next guest is a comedy writer, a cartoonist, a game show host, a chat show host, a top cabaret performer, and someone whose introduction on this show alone could make the show run late. So I'd better just say welcome, Bob Monkhouse. I think they're as pleased as I am to say welcome back to Thames.
Thank you very much, Des. It's obviously raining out. The audience is steaming. It's lovely to be back at Thameside with you.
Well, have you noticed that when because you've moved north side of the river, but they immediately book it sort of south
Well,
side,
south.
if you like.
That's showbiz. I live now in the wilds of Bedfordshire. I moved out of London. I live in a remote village, a tiny village. We had to widen the main road to paint a white line down the middle. Ba-boom. Okay? Wait, there's more. It's a tiny village, folks. You know, the local car wash is a Yorkshire Terrier with a weak bladder. No? Okay, here's the third one. Rule of three, right? Yeah. Okay. It's really sleepy. Our local call girl finally retired after 25 years. Still a virgin. That's usually the cincher.
Listen, I get the feeling that Bob's on his routine kick. Now, we all know you can do that. I know that you can do the joke routines. You know, this is your forte out there in the cabaret firing off the one-liners.
Well, that's what I thought you would like, Des.
Well, yeah, but what about... Now, I'm going to tread on you there for a second, Bob.
Be quick, I only have 6 months to live. I tried that with Anita Dobbs and still couldn't pull it. You know... My doctor is really cheap. He shares his office with a travel agent, and they've given me 6 months to live, 3 here and 3 in Mallorca. Sorry, Des.
I was going to try to get to know. I get the feeling I'm not going to win through this. I wanted to try and find a little bit about Bob the man, not Bob the jokester so much.
Heaven forbid.
Well, look, now, I know you're not going to want this, but last week or the week before, you were one of 10 men who were Man of the Year. You don't want me to talk about that?
Not really. I mean, it was a great honour, and I appreciate it. You know, working for charity is its own reward anyway. But it's nice to have some recognition. It's very agreeable, and I loved the luncheon. It was terrific. I'm working now I'm trying to raise funds for Paranoids Anonymous. You know about this? Paranoids Anonymous, they hold their meetings every Thursday, but they won't tell me where they are. Sorry.
Look, I tried to talk about all the things that you've done there at the beginning in the introduction, but I guess...
Oh, boy, lipstick.
Yes, this there's a fresh one. Unless you want...
Yours, obviously.
Well, this is mine, and good luck to you. How many game shows over the years have you been involved with, Bob?
Oh, about, actually, 17. 17 different series.
But the first one was Family Fortunes, and that ran for what?
No. First, Family Fortunes we did for 4 years. That was the last one I did for ITV. I used to get such stick. You know, I go up and down the country and people would say, where'd you get them bloody families from? Because I didn't choose...
Some funny ones.
They weren't that funny. And the difficulty with Family Fortunes was you had to find families with 5 intelligent members. How many families do you know? 5. You're lucky if you get 3. 4 is absolute maximum. A bright mum, a clever dad, a smart daughter, a son who can vaguely remember his own name from day to day. So they used to always bring along the one they didn't really want, you know, Uncle Ernie. Don't take Uncle Ernie. We've got to take Uncle Ernie. I've seen more Uncle Ernies walking into the studio. And they stick it down the end of the line, you know, hoping I'd never get to him. And you'd get to him, you see the other 4 cringing. Hello, Uncle Ernie. Name the capital of France. F. Oh, my God. Good answer, let's see if it's up there. I spent 4 years of my life saying, good answer, let's see if it's up there. But what I wanted to do was cop this. They never let me do it. We had, you know, talking of Family Fortunes, we had, and I mean, this lady could have been Scots, she could have been English, she could have been Welsh. She happened to be an Irish lady. And no, I'm not making any ethnic or racial slur here, because you have Irish antecedents, Des. I have the greatest respect for the Irish. I don't like these cheap shots, and the family name, would you believe, was Thick, T-H-I-C-K-E. And I took that out. I said, please, have you got another name you can use? The son-in-law was called something else, Wilson or something. He was called the Wilson family. I didn't want to go for an easy one. But this lady, you looked in her eyes, you knew nobody was driving. Nothing you could do. Now, I swear to God, this is true. We used to survey 100 people with this question, so I come to this lady, I say, we asked 100 people, name something pink. And she said, as at my cardigan. Good answer, let's see if it's up there. Now, we go right down the family again, and next question was, name something that's deserted in the winter. I think the top answer was nudist camp and then swimming pool, beach. So I said to this lady, name something deserted in the winter. And she said, my cousin Elsie. And the audience laughed like this audience laughed, and she said, that's not funny. 5 kids in the house and Christmas coming up. The most fun was with the live shows, because, as you know, live shows can be very adventurous, Des.
Yeah, I do. I'm aware of these things. Golden Shot for you must have been a bit hectic at times, hasn't it?
That was incredible. That never went right. I mean, that was... that was Adventureland every Sunday, because we had so many practicals, you know, props that could go around, targets, and the weapons, we had a guy... a priest. When we first went up to Birmingham in 1967, 68, we had a local priest who was a campaigner. He was a nutter. And this man hadn't got both oars in the water either. Due respect, he's left the church now, I happen to know. But he was objecting to us having these machines of Satan on a Sunday afternoon, you see. The crossbows of the Golden Shot. So the producer, Dickie Lehman, invited him to come and sit in the front row so he could see the whole thing was harmless. My luck, this particular Sunday, we had the Scots contestant show up with... she had a patch over this eye. She qualified the previous week on the phone. You remember you had to watch a live show, you had to see the target at home, and you were on the phone, you said, right a bit, stop, fire. You exploded an apple. Okay. Now, she's got a patch over it. So I said, is your left eye okay? And she said, oh, it should be. It's nice and safe in my handbag. Glass eye. The woman had glass eye, and she's going to go to the freestanding crossbow, which is the only slightly dangerous one. And then she said, don't worry, sir. I can see as well as most people. People. She did a Jack Douglas, so she's got one eye and a twitch. I've got the priest in the front row. We went on the air. This is the truth. We went on the air, and the priest started to pray. He's in the front row, and he's praying noisily, loudly, audibly. He's praying in Latin. Now we go, I'm shouting now, hello everybody, as loud as I can, and the apples are exploding. With the priest, we can all hear the priest, and I know in the wings is this twitchy, one-eyed twitcher with the itchy trigger finger. We got her up, got her through the interview. She didn't twitch. I thought, I'm in luck. She got to that freestanding crossbow. As she pressed that trigger, she gave a twitch that registered 3.5. On the Richter scale, she went, where? Help! The bolt went, the steel bolt went whizzing up, it hit a lamp, it bounced off the soundproof booth, it spun into the audience. Guess who it hit?
Can you briefly tell me, as short as possible, that I know it's got to be the guy who rang you who didn't...
Oh, no!
I've got about 30 seconds. You must tell a story.
I pick up the phone, right? Golden Shot. Who's calling the Golden Shot? Phil in the air. You've got 30 seconds to hit your apple. He says, roity beat, roity beat, roity beat, roity beat. I said, you're way off the target. He said, oh, no, it's not my fault. I told the man. So what man? He said, the man from room below. He come and took the telly back last Thursday. There's more. I said, you mean you're sitting in your house without a television set? He said, I'm not a fool, Bob. Give me credit for some sense, Bob. I'm in a phone box. I said, you mean you're in your phone box? You can't see a television? I'm in front of millions. You can't see a television set. He said, please, I can actually. The phone box happens to be opposite Curry's. I said, Curry's is closed on a Sunday. He said, they leave the sets on in the window, don't they? Over the weekend, I can see you clear as day. I said, I'm waving to you. Can you see me waving? Pardon? I said, can you see me waving? Long pause. He said, I've tuned it to the bloody BBC.
Ladies and gentlemen, Bob Monkhouse. Thank you very much. Now to meet Bob Monkhouse. These are all right, Robert. These are all right. I love this suit. That's yours.
Well, last time I was with you, I had to come down about 14 steps.
Can you look, calm down? I'm trying to get a few words here with Mr. Monkhouse.
At least a dozen steps I had to walk down last time. Now it's only 2. You're almost wheelchair-friendly now.
Yeah.
You ready for me next year?
I'm ready for you whenever you want to be here, Robert. I've been reading about you and your not new image, it's kind of a renaissance and things like that, and I'm told that you're willing to let it all hang loose. You've not... That's what they said.
I've been doing that for many, many years now.
I was told that Bob's sort of not dieting anymore, letting it all go.
Right,
is that right?
Yeah.
Is it a new Bob, not caring anymore?
I was on a diet for 34 years. I went on a diet when I was 32, and I stayed on it because I was starting to... I wanted to look like you, pencil thin. I've seen more fat on Lester Pickett's whip. You know what I'm talking about. But I saw him in the Nuddy. I was backstage at...
You said you wouldn't tell.
Well, I sometimes think of it in the quietness of the night, and I remember... you came out of the shower, Birmingham, at the Hippodrome.
Oh, I remember.
Doing cinders, and you didn't know I was sitting in the room, and you came out, and I thought, I thought if you put your tongue out, you'd look like a zipper. But I'm not like that. I run to plumpness, Des.
Are you disciplined? I mean, are there things you say, no, I'm not going to eat that. I just would not eat that.
Things... a cured ham. Cured of what? It might have a relapse on my plate. I don't want that. I saw something in the supermarket, Desi. I couldn't believe it.
Desi?
Desi.
Desi, yes.
I think of you that way since I saw you in the Nuddy.
No, Bobby.
I call you that in the night as I lie there. Desi. Desi. Imitation crab meat. Now, what the hell is that? Imitation... You know there aren't any fish at the bottom of the ocean going, wait, I do a great crab. There's no such thing. I don't... There are various foods I can't say. About the only fruit I don't like is prunes. I don't like... Oh, I read in the Guinness Book of Records that a man eats a prune every 20 seconds. Now, I don't know who this man is, but I know where he's hiding.
Hey, I saw you at a party.
Yeah.
Right? Kate Robbins was there at her party.
Wasn't it good?
Yeah, and you were really going. He was a party animal. He's there.
If you've had one over the eight, and I know you don't often indulge, but I do, and men do such stupid things when they're... Did you read about that London businessman who actually locked himself out of his hotel room in the nude and had to cover himself with his Barclay card? Now, I don't know which is more embarrassing, locking yourself out of your hotel room in the nude or being able to cover yourself with your Barclay.
It was good to see Jackie there, your wife, Jackie, at the party. She's just lovely. She really is special. She's just...
no interest in sex whatsoever. Last time we made love, after we'd finished, I drew a chalk outline round her body. Probably my fault. I am pathetic in bed now. I have become totally pathetic. I'm so lousy in bed, I now fantasize that I'm someone else.
You know, sitting this close to you, you're very relaxed. This really is a different Bob for me. No, you're relaxed, not collapsed, relaxed. Yeah, are you enjoying the Monkhouse Renaissance, we'll call it? Being a cult figure? And you all seem to have enough of that audience with. People, and especially the press, took a different view. They had another look at you. I'm being serious or semi-serious.
I know you are. It's very nice of you. Yes, it has been strange. I realise that for the greater part of the last 25 years, I've been under contract to one company or another, and therefore not given the freedom to do anything else. And I wrote an autobiography about, I don't know, 18 months ago or something, and did a lot of interviews in connection with that. And I think that slightly changed people's perspective on the fact that there's somebody home, and I'm not just a superficial or an empty shell, which I think one or two people...
A lot of people, we discussed it once, and you said people sometimes can't... They don't come up to it. I hear the word smarmy, and I hate to say it. You actually said it to me.
I did.
And I don't know why you were kind of putting it's not an image, but it wasn't the Bob that I know.
I've had that all my life, that smarmy line.
It's gone now.
Yes, it has gone now.
It's gone now.
You don't call you Dimps anymore.
No. Desi in the night, but not Dimps.
No, I am a lot happier, a lot more relaxed, it's true.
Yeah. Well, you don't... Again, I hope this isn't personal and putting you under the... But you don't do... any of that anymore.
All the things that Rory picked up on, and there was a certain amount. Yes.
Was that part of timing, part of worrying about the material, or just your delivery?
Mannerisms, you get them, don't you? Collect them along the way. And I guess it was a means of delivering a gag, but you find your own little technique for fashioning a phrase and popping it out in any way you can to try and get your laughs. I said laughs, not sympathy.
Bob, why do you work so hard? You don't need to.
I don't do as much as I used to. Actually, I do so much less than I used to that I enjoy what I do far more. And I get chances to get away, get nice little holidays, because Jackie and I have a little hidey hole on the beach in Barbados, and we can go off there and have a little rest. But even then, I get guilty. After about a week, I think I should be... I'm not entitled to take up space unless I do some work. So I start writing. I'm in the middle of another book.
Are you a pain at the restaurant table? I mean, are you doing jokes, or can you leave it
Oh,
down?
no, I don't do jokes on holiday. I really do relax when I'm... No, I like to think of gags. I like to come up with something, a new gag, something nobody's thought of before. And then I feel my day is worthwhile. I really do love to write jokes.
The autobiography, it did change a lot of people's perception of you. Some of the things you wrote about your childhood were quite sad. I mean, were things really that bad? Or was it just good writing? I'm not suggesting you were fibbing, but it was pretty heavy.
Well, my family tree was chopped down and pulped and made into toilet paper. And we've never been closer. We were a moody family, I suppose.
You're joking again.
I know I am, but...
Go on, then, go on.
But, you know, these jokes arise out of truth.
Yeah.
They're jokes, if you like, encapsulating a certain pain. And you wrap it up in a joke, and you can throw it away, and it doesn't hurt anymore. So my mother actually used to wear a mood ring. She had a mood ring. People think they're a very recent invention, but she had them in the 30s. And if she was in a very good mood, it turned blue. And if she was in a rotten mood, it turned my forehead red, about there. Now, the summers were the worst part, because my parents used to send me to stay with my grandparents, and I hated that cemetery.
Do you have serious views about things? I'm not looking for comedy from you. Serious views about politics.
I have a very strong views about politics. I don't much like politicians. The moment they go into the House of Parliament, they take to corruption like a pig in a shipyard. They immediately take to taking bribes. They will vote themselves higher salaries. They'll have an affair with their researcher. The only time the politicians are telling the truth is when they call one another liars. And if you look up the word politics in the dictionary, you'll find out it's made of two words, poly meaning many and ticks meaning blood-sucking vermin. Well, you are, too. And I tell you what annoyed me the other day. I saw in the paper. I don't think much of the way that that the authorities are dealing with the homeless, and I don't want to get too deeply into a serious subject on a light-hearted show like yours does. But you know, they said that they were considering a law where they would make it a finable offence for the homeless to rest on the pavement during business hours. That would lead to a fine. How do you do that? What do you say? Excuse me, sir, you are committing an offence. You are lying on the pavement during business hours. Why are you doing that, sir? I'm homeless, officer. You're homeless? Very well. I'm afraid I'll have to take your name and address. And otherwise, we will do an on-the-spot fine. Or if you do not pay your fine, you will be locked up. You will be locked up. You know what that means? That means a roof over your head and regular meals and clean clothes. And a TV and free medical treatment. No, you don't want that, I don't think so. I don't think you'd want that. When you get the freedom to lie out here all night while the rain is persistently pouring down on you. Oh, you better pay the fine. I mean, it makes about as much sense as taking your wife to a brothel and paying corkage.
Fun talking with you. You've got this video out called Monkhouse Exposes Himself.
Bob Monkhouse exposes himself. Well, I thought that was the truth. I finally thought, well, everyone said the best thing I do is my cabaret, so I'll put it down for posteriority.
Wait.
I mean posteriority?
Oh, worse than that, fade.
No, posterity.
Posterity. Whatever way you put it down.
Posteriority, because it proves I talk out of my backside.
How about just a couple of minutes? We're a little short of time, though. Just a couple of minutes. About any subject you like. Yeah? Yeah! Come on, guys. Come on. Get on your feet. All right. Oh, you can do it sitting down.
The last time you said to me, stand up and do a bit. You're typically generous. was on the banquette in your show, this chat show of yours, which has been going on all these years. This will be about 10 years ago. And you'll remember this as soon as I start to tell you. But you don't know the rest of it, which I will now do. I've got a brand new suit on.
Oh, yes.
And I'm rolling about like this, you're rolling about like that, and we don't know that my zipper
Had gone.
it opened.
It's not a joke, it had gone.
Yeah. And you don't know that, and I don't know that. And you said, why don't you stand up and do a few gags? And I went. And he starts to laugh, and the audience starts to laugh. Now, the first rule of comedy is, unexpected laugh, check your fly. I had forgotten that. And I'm getting these laughs, and I don't know why. And he's no help at all. He's rolling about, wiping his eyes. And I don't mind the laughs. It's the woman in the third row going, oh, bless her. Now, what you don't know of, thereafter, I got a letter from the editor of a magazine called Playgirl. Do you know, anyone know this magazine? Publishes nude guys, naked celebrities. First time I saw it, it was Burt Reynolds in the centerfold, naked, full frontal. Nearly stopped my heart. I was eating chips out of it at the time. Oh, I thought, my eyesight's gone, I can't pick this one up. Anyway. They said in the letter, they said they'd seen me on, we saw you on Desert Connor show, and we put you on our shortlist. What does that mean, by the way? And they said, we look forward to considering you after we see your audition picture. Audition picture. You've got to actually have a photograph of yourself taken in the nutty in order to show it to them so that they say, yes, we'll spend the money on the studio, the photographer. So I had to have a photograph of myself taken in the altogether, in the 3-button uniform with the fur trimmings. So you'd think, wouldn't you, that it's easy. It's one of the hardest things. It is hell to get yourself photographed in the nude. It's murder. You've got to hold the little curtain shut, balance on the stool, get those coins into the slot. And the lights flashing, and the pictures came out. Nice pictures, actually. I should have brought them with. Nice little strip of pictures of me standing there in the nude. Nothing rude, nothing coarse. A hand discreetly placed here. I don't know whose it was, some fellow. I've been back to that Wolves 8 times, I can't find the man. Woolen glove, as I remember. And I was going to send it in, and my wife said to me, no, don't do that, Bob. She said, don't do that. And I said, you're worried that people will think that I'm lowering myself to cheap publicity. And she said, no, I'm worrying that people will think I married you for your money.
Bob Monkhouse. Now that my next guest was recently given a lifetime achievement for his work in comedy. And why not? He's the best. Bob Monkhouse!
Hello, sweetie.
Oh, we both look very brown.
Don't we just? Oh, it's good to see you. Good to see you.
Very nice to have you here, Bob. We enjoyed you last time. You would, the risk of sounding a little bit sycophantic, it was wonderful at the start. What I will say is, though, and I make this point, you really got stuck into and gave your wife some stick with the jokes. I mean, how does she take it? What does she say when you get home after a show like that?
As she always does, she greets me. She's at the door to greet me, always. And she will, after the show, I'll go home. No matter how late I get back, she'll be there. And she'll be in her dressing gown, but then she spends the whole day in that these days. And she's very sprightly, you know, she's very high-spirited, and she's got a bit of a temper, you know, but she's got a very violent temper. She's younger than me and stronger, very much stronger, she's very violent. And she doesn't clean the house, she doesn't clean herself, her hair's never washed. And if she's been on the gin today, I know what'll happen when I get home. You know? Well, I'll be in the door, I'll duck. First thing I'll do is duck, because she's going to throw something heavy and very sharp straight at me, and I'm not as young as I used to be. I can't weave and dodge like I used to, and she's going to get me glancing on the head, whack, I know it, and then she starts into the screaming. And she says, you know, you pathetic eunuch, where have you been, you dirty-minded, pot-bellied heap of shuffling crap! But better than coming home to an empty house, eh?
It doesn't sound, Bob, it doesn't sound as though you're wearing the pants. Are you an assertive type of guy?
Oh, yeah, I am really. I'm joking, of course.
Yes. Let's get a little bit deeper with you.
Oof.
Yeah. Well, we know the smile. We know the smiling Bob. Now,
Yes.
Is there a darker side? I mean, do you lose your rag? Do you get annoyed easily? What makes you mad?
What actually irritates me?
Yeah, I feel like.
People are being stupid in public. I think there should be a law against people being stupid in public. Thickos are bound. If they didn't, you wouldn't see warning labels. You wouldn't go into it like I was in an electric store the other day and I wanted to buy a hairdryer. And on it says not to be used in the bath or the shower. Now, you know that somebody did that. You know, some idiot went, I'm a busy man. I want to dry off, but I'll go in the shower at the same time and get the job done. If you buy, there's a hemorrhoid ointment, I won't name it, there's a hemorrhoid ointment, which I'm sure you have no connection with. And you know the one I mean. They actually published an advert for it in the paper that said, "Kiss your hemorrhoids goodbye," which I thought was not even if I could. And, and in the same advert, it said 5 out of 6 people suffer from hemorrhoids. I said, well, you mean the 6th guy enjoys them? Right. On the package, this is true. Check. The next time you go to a supermarket, chemist shop, look, and you will see it says, contents not to be taken orally. No, I think that's sad. Because you know someone wrote them a letter. Dear Preparation H, I have consumed the contents of 5 tubes of your product, and I've still got piles. However, I found my mouth is getting smaller and smaller. I can only eat peas.
You always cover a wide variety of topics in the stuff you do. Is there anything you wouldn't... I mean, would you do jokes about euthanasia?
Euthanasia. Youth in Asia? Or
No,
euthanasia?
well, either way. Make it...
Euthanasia. I'm in 2 minds about that subject. I signed an indemnity last year, a year ago, to the effect that should I be hooked up to a medical device and showing no signs of intelligence whatsoever, my wife would have the authority to switch off the power and end my life. And twice since then, she's tried to do it while I'm on the exercise cycle. So, I exercise on my little cycle.
Do you all that stuff?
Yeah, well, not much. I don't jog. I did jog once, and I stubbed my toe, and I had to go to the doctor, and I hate that because your toes haven't got proper names. Well, you know, your fingers, your hand, you've got your thumb, your index finger or forefinger, your middle finger, your ring finger, your pinky. But with your foot, you've only got your big toe and your little toe.
So no names?
No names. And I'm of a certain age, I'm at the age of a man where I don't want to go to the doctor and say, I stubbed the one that had roast beef.
You know, so many things are happening, and I wouldn't say in the twilight of your career, because you seem buzzy.
No, things are lovely. I've got this gag tag thing going on BBC One.
You love that, don't you?
I love it. And I got this at the lottery coming up.
Now, what about the lottery? I mean,
yeah.
I mean, you looking forward to that?
Oh, yes.
You're going to imprint Monkhouse on that? What are you going to
I've got to lose some weight to fit into Anthea Turner's dresses with a drawers. I mean, it's a drawer. Oh, God. lucky.
So we're looking forward to that. I should be so lucky. I mean, you're a lucky man.
Yeah. I don't have bad luck, but I'm a carrier. I bring bad luck, not to people. No, don't shrink away from me, Des. Never do that. After all these years. I seem to have a negative effect on pets. I came home the other night and I looked in the tropical fish tank that we have, and there was my favourite floating on the top, a little golden body floating on the top. And I loved that hamster. And I tried giving him the kiss of life, you know, with a drinking straw down his little throat, and I blew very gently, but he didn't get any better. Got bigger, he got much bigger. And I took him to the pet shop and I said, what would make him so depressed that he would fling himself into the fish tank? And he said, I don't know. He said he could have been ill. He said, did he have a yellow stool? I said, no, just a little wheel and some straw. So apparently they can die from a lack of vividly coloured furniture, which I never knew. And then, did I tell you about my cat?
No, tell me about your cat.
Right, I hate to leave the cat when we go away on holiday.
Are you a cat lover?
Oh, yeah.
Go on.
Cats, however, I'm told, are unaware. They have no perception of the passage of time. They're rather like the Beverly Sisters in that respect. he fell a little ill, so I took him to the vet, and the vet said he needed cat x-rays. 75 quid. Now, I love our cat, but 75 quid, that's a lot of money for cat x-rays. So, no, I'm sorry, no. So I put the cat in a holdall, took him to Heathrow, shoved him through security. It was perfect. It was perfect. Took a little Polaroid. Now, he's unhappy at the moment because we've got this dog living with us. And the dog, I don't know, it's the effect I have on animals, is so misbehaved. It's my daughter's dog. You know Abigail. Yeah. While she was pregnant, she couldn't have the dog because she was allergic to the dog hair. We got the dog. The dog's name, could have named it Des, didn't. Named it Bob. Hilarious. The dog is named after me. Now, my wife is screaming at the dog because it's misbehaved when I'm around. The neighbours know we haven't got a dog. So they think she's screaming at me. And she's going, get your nose out of there, Bob! You know you're not allowed on the bed, Bob! Stop drinking out of the toilet, Bob! Because the dog does that. The dog drinks out of the toilet, which makes me laugh because I'm ticklish down there. But I mean, he could wait till I got off. And I don't like big dogs, because big dogs come running in the room and they stick their snouts right into your trousers. And they go... And little dogs are worse because you've got to get right down on the floor to let them do it.
Yours is yeah, have you ever... I don't know whether you've analysed what you do in your work. You probably do, because you're that kind of guy. Your humour, it's a mix of the traditional wife jokes, if you like.
Yes. And
running to the newspapers for anything that's topical.
Yes.
And you're there within an hour, it's in a show.
Yeah.
What have you seen lately in the paper that's kind of tickled your sense of humour? In the newspaper?
There's so much.
It's good at the moment, isn't it?
Oh, it's great at the moment. Mike Tyson's been in London. He was on a spending spree. I don't think he's used to being out of prison yet because he paid for everything with cigarettes. They say the price of Valium is going up by 50%, and they told Valium users this, they went, whatever. And the one that killed me, this is absolutely true, I'm not making it up, Des. Believe me, this is true. They brought out a Michael Jackson chocolate bar in America. Because he's very popular with the kids, you know, they buy the Michael Jackson chocolate bar, and it says on the wrapper, and this is the truth, white chocolate with no nuts. Now, you can't make that up. True.
Bob Monkhouse, ladies and gentlemen. Bob Monkhouse. Brilliant, Bob. Bob Monkhouse. I don't have to say much about this gentleman. Just his name will suffice. Will you welcome Bob Monkhouse? Robert, my boy. Very good to see you.
Oh, it's good to see you.
And then pleased to see you.
Oh, what a lovely crowd.
Oh, my God.
What a lovely crowd.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you for that welcome.
They're bubbling tonight. They are bubbling. Now, you are becoming a regular little Barbara Cartland. You are. You've got another book that you're churning them out like Barbara now.
Yeah, yeah. The autobiography sold very well. It was kind of a bestseller.
It's going to be a bestseller, this new one, Over 70. What's it called? Over the Limit?
Over the Limit, it's called.
Good title.
Yeah. I had a hard time actually selling the publishers on the title, Over the Limit. I thought it was a good title because 70, you're over the limit. And they didn't like that. They wanted to publish it in monthly instalments and called it Bob Monkhouse's Part Works. Well, I thought, you know... Sounds a bit boastful, doesn't it? my time of life.
Reading the book, Bob,
Yes.
it's entertaining, as you always are,
Thank
and
you.
it's educational. We learn things.
Well, I hope so, because I love self-help books. I actually went to buy some self-help books. You know what's the big bookshop in Charing Cross Road in London?
Foyles?
Foyles. And so I wanted the self-help department. I said to this rather stern-looking woman behind the desk, I said, could you direct me to the self-help section? And she said, yes, I could, but that would defeat the entire purpose. So I found it myself, and it's only about a third books now, you know, it's nearly all videos. All the self-help section was videos, and I bought a self-help video called How to Cope with Disappointment. And when I got it home, the box was empty.
You're always right, Bob. You're always right about women with your usual respect.
Yes, well, I'm like you. I was brought up to be respectful to women. What I find very offensive to women, and I really think this is not respectful, is that the things that cause them the most unhappiness, pain, contain within their names a reference to the male gender. Men-opause. Menstruation, mental cruelty. You don't even have her-terectomy, you have his. It's so unfair, Dave. You females are entitled to women necology, but you get guy. Not to mention hemorrhoids. Do you know something? Just between you and me, Des, and the studio audience, of course, and let's pretend we're on Channel 5 and no one's watching. I find it very difficult to be totally faithful. I have been seeing a rather attractive woman secretly.
What?
Yes. When I say I've been seeing this woman secretly, I mean she doesn't know. Oh, she knows someone's watching, but she doesn't know who. See, it doesn't always work out having extracurricular activities, you know. It doesn't. I once had an affair with a lady optician. It drove me mad. All the time in bed she was saying, is it better like this or better like that? It wasn't fun. Very upsetting.
You're putting yourself down, but I know and you know, come on, you've always been a bit of a ladies' man.
Well, you understand. Maybe you understand the ladies better than I do. I don't understand many things about women I don't understand. I don't understand how, if a man gets a phone call from someone he hasn't heard from for a long time, right? And he picks up the phone and says, hello, this is Dickie. You ugly, bald old pervert, how are you? How are you, you drunken bugger? You never hear a woman pick up the phone and go, hello? Marion, you fat old cow. Where have you been hiding those thick thighs of yours, you wrinkle-necked bitch? Never hear that. Never hear it.
Bob, your books are always full of your amorous adventures, and you must have learned something along the way.
Well, I've learned, as you have, I've learned something about being a husband. There's something I meant to put in the book that I forgot to put in, which was a tip for newlywed husbands. Yeah? OK, if there's any newlywed husbands here or looking in, never, ever, 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 ever express admiration for another woman in the presence of your wife. No, you can be sitting there, maybe you're both watching television, and you'll say something like, ah, that Joanna Lumley's a lovely woman, isn't she? Silence, silence. Maybe nothing is said for a week. A month, 3 months could go. And then one day, you'll be sitting, maybe it'll be in the evening, you'll be sitting at the table having a meal, and you say, this food isn't very hot. And she'll say, why don't you get Joanna Lumley to warm it up for you? You know, I speak the truth there. I tell it like I see it.
Yeah, last time you were here, last time you were sitting here, you were very funny about your daughter's dog.
Oh, yes.
Is he still living with you?
Oh, yeah, the cat's thrilled about that, you can imagine. The dog is still there. The cat is... my cat is... he's old now, but he tries to look young. He has a bald patch, but he combs his tail over it. That's right. I think, the cat and Jackie and I are used to my daughter's dogs. But, you know, I don't pamper the dog. Some people take their pets with them everywhere they go. There's a guy who lives in Dunstable, near where I live, and he's a hang glider, and he takes his dog hang gliding. This is the truth. The man is up there hang gliding, and he's got an Alsatian between his knees. I mean, you thought bird droppings were bad for your car. You haven't got a dog, have you, Des?
I haven't got a cat.
You all know that cats are suave. Dogs are like children. They always have to have the last word. The dogs, they're... Be quiet. Stop barking. Stop it. They can't help it, you know. I had a Yorkshire Terrier once. That's a lovely little dog. A Yorkshire, you know Yorkshire Terrier?
Cute,
oh, they're perfect for washing the car. You just, they're the same size as the bucket. You say, hold your breath in, you go, look, wash it away there, and you go, what the hell is this? Oh, that hang glider's been over with the Alsatian over there. And when he dries out, you can shove him on a stick and dust the furniture. Lovely, lovely dog. I love that dog.
Bob, in the book, you seem to... Well, I know you've got a brilliant memory, and you record conversations with amazing clarity. Have you always had this memory?
Yeah. Oh, it's weird. I can actually remember things that happened before I was born.
Before you were born?
I'm serious. I can remember things that happened 9 months before I was born. I can remember going on a picnic with my father and coming back with my mother. Now, that is a hell of a memory. That's a memory.
In both of your books, neither of your books, do you mention your ex-wife? Is that?
No, I don't know.
No, is that?
Well, no, I don't like to... I wasn't a very good husband in my first marriage, Des, to be honest. I used to do things quite deliberately to annoy my first wife. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. Well, for example, I'd wake up in the morning. God, she hated that. Actually, I guess with age comes sentimentality. I actually wrote a poem about my first wife called I Miss Her Now and Then. Something happened to brighten my life. Last week, I ran into my first wife. Then I backed up and ran into her again. You see, I miss her now and then. That poem is a bit sweet. Bit sweet.
Sincere.
Bit sugary there.
Right, just to sort of wind this up, because I've enjoyed every minute of it. In the book, you have some wonderful questions to which there is no answer. For instance, why is abbreviate such a long word?
Yes, that's right. I've got about 150, I think, in the book. And there's still unanswerable questions that I couldn't jam into the book. You know, they're questions to which there is no reasonable answer. Why are people who didn't sleep a wink last night so bloody proud of it? And for that matter, why do people who snore always fall asleep first? What about that sign you see on the doors into shops that say, no dogs allowed except guide dogs? Who's supposed to read this? You want more?
No, a couple more.
I got more. What is it about sitting on the toilet that makes the contents of a shampoo bottle so fascinating? Why do people say the alarm went off when it didn't go off, it went on? Why do women say I'm going to have a perm? Perm is short for permanent, but they've got to go back again. And I'll tell you something else. This is the last one. Why does Diet Coke have 1 calorie in it? They got all the others out. What's the problem with this last little song?
Bob Monkhouse! Bob the man! Bob the man!
I take no prisoners.
Wonderful.
Thank you, Barry.
Bob Monkhouse!
Thank you, folks. Thank you.
Beautiful Robert.
Thank you very
Bob
much.
Monkhouse.
Thank you, folks.